Hi, this is Farmer John with Sustainable Seed Company. We wanted to talk to you today about onions and how to plant onion seed. I'm holding in my hand a variety of onion called Australian Brown. Now, Australian Brown was actually brought from Spain in about the 1890s, 1897 by C.C. Morris, who later became Ferry Morris. And he sold this onion seed to Burpee, who then released it as Australian Brown. Now, why it got the name Australian Brown when it was from Spain, we don't know, but it's a great storage onion. We harvested these onions back last year in the summertime, and they've been in storage for 8 months. What makes this such a great storage onion are these outer skins. They're very waxy and they're very tight fitting. So that's one of the things we select these onions for. So we actually physically dig them out of the ground. We're unlike a lot of seed companies. We actually remove our root crops, we inspect them, and then we do our first cull. And that first cull, we get rid of any onions we don't like, that don't meet our specifications. Then we store them. So we just pulled these out of storage. Like I said, they've been in there for 8 months. Then we've done another cull on them, and we've gotten rid of any onions that are not really nice and hard and firm. So we are only replanting onions that store really well. If you look over here to the right, if you want to zoom in, we have some scallions that are blooming. And the one thing that makes onion seed so expensive is it literally takes 2 seasons to get seed out of it. So we grew these last year. You can see the folks in the background are planting them out right now. And then in about 5-6 months, depending on the weather, we'll get blooms, just like the scallions are blooming. And then we'll harvest seed off of these onions. Now, we want to show you how to plant onion seed today, because that's where this all starts, is with the onion seed. So what we do is we plant out our onion seed in these 4-inch containers. And what we get out of that are these great starts, onion starts. And these are a lot easier to work with out in the field than onion seeds. If you plant onion seeds directly in the field, a lot of times they have to compete with weeds. And it's much easier to plant something like this. We use these 4-inch containers because they work out just perfectly. You can get anywhere from 10 to 20 of these little starts in a container. And I'm putting it on the side here, so if you want to zoom in, you can actually see this is about what sticks up out of the ground, and then the bulb grows in the 4-inch container. Now, part of the reason I'm showing you this is you don't really want more than about 15 of these starts in each pot. So what we do to plant these seeds is pretty simple. We've got some great soil. It's very loose and friable, which means the onion seeds can poke up through it really without any trouble. And onion seeds don't get planted very deeply. So what I'm doing here is just kind of taking maybe about a 1/2 inch of soil off here, and this is just to show you. So the one thing that I do with onion seed is, let me show you the seed, how small it is. You can see how tiny this onion seed is. It reminds me a lot of pepper. And that's what I pretend I'm doing with the top of my 4-inch pot, is I'm peppering the top with this onion seed. And you know, you don't want to put a lot of pepper on something, right? Because it'll be too strong. And so what we're trying to do is just kind of loosely scatter these seeds over here. And remember, we want about 50 or 20 starts in here. Now, we may plant 30, 40 seeds, and we may pull out some of the seedlings we don't like. It really depends on you. But so I've peppered the top of this 4-inch container, and then I'm going to lightly cover it with just barely any soil, maybe a 1/4 inch of soil here, just like this. This is really simple. I kind of pat it a little bit to get a little bit level. And then I'm going to use the bottom of another 4-inch container and gently pat this down. Now, I'm not smashing it, I'm just patting it down, and it gives good seed to soil contact so that there's no air space in there. Those seeds remain uniformly moist, and they pop right up out of this. In about, depending on your weather, about 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have great little onion starts. In about 3 to 4 months, you will have something that looks like this, and you're ready to go into the garden with it. So that's all there is to it, and we wish you a lot of success here at Sustainable Seed Company.